Welcome back to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslyk of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Today we are talking about financial advisors and what to look for and how to find out and how to pick an advisor that makes sense for you and your family. Wayne, when we talk about that, I know you are a certified financial planner, and in a previous segment you talked about that as an association. Is that the correct word?
Yeah, I think
that's
a big organization, association in the country that promotes professionalism in financial planning.
So when I see a person's name, John Doe, and he's got 18 letters behind his name, and none of them are PhD. But I mean, it could be, they could be JD or CPA or all kinds of things back there. What am I supposed to be looking for? What makes sense?
Well, I'm partial to the CFP. I mean, if you work with a CFP, you know that they have to follow a certain code of ethics. They have to follow a certain process with helping you through your financial planning. And you also know they're educated and had to do plenty of college and take a pretty hard test to become a CFP. There's many designations out there. They're finally starting to get regulated, which is good. Where you can go, on a weekend and spend a couple of days in a hotel and leave with a new designation. Most are like that.
Okay.
Most are like that. And finally, they're starting to crack down on what can be used and what can't be used. There's dozens of them. I mean, it's crazy. Certified retirement this, or certified elderly this, or, registered something this. And it just, the CFP is a trustworthy one, and there's others. CHFC was always a pretty chartered financial consultant, and I think that is, and always, but there's many that just aren't. And
sure.
And if someone has a bunch of letters, behind their name, that's great. I mean, you'll learn in the process of interviewing them if they're right for you and if they know what they're talking about.
That's an excellent point. It is kind of like a job interview, isn't it? You need to talk to maybe more than one.
Yep, you should talk to more than one.
And find out, because everything has to click.
You got to click. Yes, you got to click. And, if you have money, they have to put up with you interviewing them. This is your money, and you better feel comfortable with who you're working with. And you're going to hand over your trust and your dollars, your maybe life savings to someone. Right. Absolutely interview them. And if they get edgy or they feel insulted that you're interviewing them, then I think they're the wrong person.
Sure. I mean, I would think so too. Now, what about time? Especially at the beginning of a relationship, it takes time to figure things out, doesn't it?
Not especially at the beginning.
Okay.
All through.
All right.
Some advisors will give you all the time you want until they get your money.
Okay.
And then later on in the relationship, once they have all your money, then they're like, rich who?
Right.
Here, you deal with one of my underlings over here. I'm busy over here. Yeah. Right. So you have to make sure that advisor is willing to give you the time that you need and the time they need to properly go through the planning process. Too many of these advisors, if that's what you want to call them, they want to get give me your money. How quick can they get paid? How quick can they get you to give them your money, and then move on to the next one to see how quick they can get them to give them their money too. So it's more about transactions and gathering assets as opposed to helping people.
And now, I'm putting words in your mouth, but you tell me the nomenclature with your certified financial planner, how does that set you different than, I'm not going to say others, but how does that set you different than others? I don't know how else to say that.
In reality, it could be no big deal, because there are people with a CFP next to their name that want to get the transaction done, want to get paid quick, and want to move on to the, so that's just part of it.
Sure.
If they're a CFP, they're very well educated in the financial services industry.
Okay.
That's all that tells you.
Sure.
You still have to keep doing your due diligence to interview that person and make sure they're a good fit.
Now, when we're talking about time, one of the things that comes up is you taking the time to take my call or the family's call or whatever it is.
The meetings. The meetings are what's important.
But I have, as the the client, I also have a little responsibility to say, look, we need to look at something. This is going on or that's going on, or how did we weather this storm? That kind of thing, correct?
Yeah, and the time thing it's an ongoing process. If someone's been a client of mine for 5 years and they want to come in because they have some questions and they're concerned about something, I better be able to make the time and give them all the time they need to get through what they're concerned about. Even if they've been a client for 10, 15 years. That it's important not to just have them feel important in the beginning. They should feel important all the way through the years.
Sure.
And then the time needs to be given to make sure that potential client understands the process, understands the investment choices I'm recommending or suggesting, understands what we're doing, not, feeling rushed and they really don't understand it and now they're feeling pressured to make a decision. You should never feel rushed to make a decision.
Okay.
Ever. When you're working with an advisor. If you get the hunch that you're feeling rushed or they're getting irritated because you haven't made a decision yet or they're trying to push you like, hey, I've met with you this many times and you can't make up your mind, then find somebody else.
Because some of us just take longer to make decisions.
Absolutely, rightly so. So, this is your life savings.
Right.
You should take all the time you need.
Sure.
And make the decision when you're comfortable.
All right. Now, friends, we are talking about choosing a financial advisor on today's program. And if you go to Wayne's website, todaysretirees.com, you'll find a lot of information there. You can sign up for a free newsletter that Wayne puts out. Lots of other information. You can link to his YouTube channel and see a lot of these segments and a lot of these programs that we have done over the past several months and years. And if you are in search of a financial planner, pick up that phone, 866-626-3990. Take the time to interview Wayne, 866-626-3990. Set up an appointment and go in and talk to Wayne about your financial plan. We're going to be back in just a moment and we'll talk more about how to choose a good financial advisor.